We are back in the basement, aka my very messy sewing corner, because we're gonna do some sewing today. I've been wanting to try quilting for a long time now, and I've decided that I'm finally ready for it. Over the past couple weeks, I have been cutting out all of these squares, and I'm gonna start patchworking them together and then quilting them, because then we're gonna make two things out of it. Well, you're only gonna see one of them today, but maybe on another day you'll see the other thing. And they're both bags, now that I think about it. It's really boring sewing squares together, so you get to enjoy this nice montage while I do the work. Alright, so I finished the first round of quilting on this, and I think it looks really good. I did them on a diagonal, and I can't tell if I want to keep it with just the lines or if I want to do the diamond squares, whatever. The lazy part of me just wants to keep it so I don't have to do it again, but I think the diamonds are gonna look really good, so I'm probably gonna do that. All right, back to it. I'm so glad I went with the squares because this is looking amazing. All right, so we've got my quilted fabric here, and it's now time for us to actually make the bag. So I've got my laptop that I am making this for. This is the Apple Air like M2 one. I just got it and I love it so far, but I want to keep it safe. So I'm just kind of using this as a template. I'm probably not even gonna use a measuring tape. And I'm gonna do about a 1-inch seam allowance, like extra around on all sides, just because I'd rather cut too much than not enough. So I'm just gonna kind of use this, cut 1 inch all around, and then do a second one after, like based off of this one. I've cut out the 2 squares, and now I'm going to cut out these 2 of the same size squares in the lining. And for the lining, I want something really soft, just so it doesn't scratch. Not that it would scratch, but I don't know. So I decided to go with a flannel, and I'm doing this cute strawberry, also fits with the pink and green theme. So I'm gonna cut 2 pieces out of this. I probably should iron it before I cut it, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so to sew it onto the zipper, I'm sewing the lining and the batting hopefully on at the same time. You have to make like a little zipper sandwich. So first I prepped my zipper to the length that it needs to be, and I added little zipper tabs on top, just kind of folded it over twice and sewed it on. And this just gives some extra room for the fabric to hook onto, and there won't be any awkward gap. So the lining, good side up, the zipper, bad side down. The batting, good side down on top of it all. Then you're gonna sew along the top here. And if I did that correctly, that should do it. I'm gonna flip on over to my zipper foot and then give this a sew and pray that I don't have to undo it. Can't find my zipper foot. Do I risk it and just try it with my normal foot? I don't know, man. I'm gonna look for like a couple more minutes, and if I can't find it, we're just gonna go with what I got. Found it. Wish me luck. All right, let's see if I did this right. Yes. Yes, that looks really good, actually. I did it. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Sewed it both on, did beautiful top stitching, and thought to myself, oh, I should like check to make sure my computer fits into it. It doesn't. It doesn't fit. It's too small. But like by the tiniest bit, like I think I can get it. Okay, like you can get it in. It's just really snug. And I feel like the middle zipper is scratching it. So here's what I'm thinking that I can do without totally having to undo it is if I just undo the parts here and move this tab down some. The only thing is, all I'm working with here is like this much because I cut the zipper. It's all part of the process. So let me see if I can unpick that and move it around. The surgery was successful. The only thing that I'm rethinking, if I was to do this again, I wouldn't have used a metal zipper. I would have used a plastic zipper because I don't love the idea of the metal brushing against the laptop. The good thing is I am gonna have a case for the laptop soon, but it's not coming for another couple weeks. I'll just have to be really careful until then. But if you're doing this, do a plastic zipper instead of a metal one. I just feel like it would be safer, but it works. It's big enough. We fixed it. So now what I am going to do is take the lining and we are going to sew it up, but I am going to leave a gap in the middle, like this big, so I can turn it inside out. So kind of sew and to help with the finishing of the bag, I found this piping. I've used piping once before and it's definitely a pain to install it, but I just think it would give it a really nice touch. Now I can't decide if I want to do the green piping or the pink piping, because there's a lot of green and pink on here and that's kind of the whole theme. It'd be awesome if I had a different color piping, like the purple, but I don't think I do. I think I'm gonna do the green, even though the pink would look just as nice. So I'm going to sandwich this in between these two layers, and you're gonna do the part that you want to see going in. So the quote unquote bad part on the edges, this nice part facing into the bag, if that makes sense. So it's gonna be like that. And then you're gonna sew it together. And then I should be done. All right, I finished it and overall it turned out. It works, my laptop fits into it, but let's debrief a little bit about the process, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I put pressure on myself to get things done and to get it done as quickly as possible. And when things start to get wrong and I get frustrated, instead of me just like taking a break and taking a step back, I push through that just so I can finish it and be done, which sometimes results in some silly mistakes. And I feel like that's kind of what has happened with this. Like, yes, it turned out, it works, it's fine, but it could be so much better. I messed up on the measurements of the zipper. I should have thought about that, and I should have planned for more room because I can always make it smaller. So that's kind of like the most annoying part. And then also, this is only my second time putting in this piping, and overall like it looks good, but there's just some places where it could have been closer. And then also I wasn't really sure how to start it and end it. So I kind of like just stuck the piping into here, but then it makes these corners really bulky and I don't love that. So if I was to do this again, I definitely would change a couple of things, but I just wanted to be honest with you guys that I'm not perfect and I like to rush through things and I make mistakes, and that's okay because that's how you learn. But overall, I like it a lot, and it was definitely a good project for me to do. And also, I am really happy with how well the quilting part turned out, because I've never quilted something before and I really like how it turned out. And I think the next thing I want to quilt, so I have this handmade bag. It's like the BF Patterns Bestie bag, and I love it. And I think what I'm gonna do with the rest of these squares is quilt it and turn it into another bag. And I think that's just gonna look so, so cute. So should I film that whole process? Let me know in the comments what you think if you wanna see me make that bag. Overall, I would give this project like probably 6.5 out of 10. Like, yeah, it passed it, it's good, it's super cute, and really I'm the only one that's probably gonna notice the imperfections, but I could have done it better. If I had just like paused and then maybe start over, or not start over, but like picked it up again tomorrow, probably would have been best, but it's okay. we lived, we learned, we made it, and I got a cute pouch out of it. Thank you so much for watching, and guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.